Let's start with going through a few definitions of terms which we will be using throughout this module. Now, it's worth mentioning that in different parts of the world, different people in different situations may use definitions in a different way to what we are using in this particular course. That said, it is helpful if when I use a particular expression throughout the course that you understand what it is that I mean by that. So I'm going to define a few concepts, and they are as defined by Van Wiel in his textbook which we are using. So those will be the definitions which we use through this module. But as I said, it may be that elsewhere they're used in a slightly different way. So let's move on first to procurement. And before we go further, I'd invite you to pause this video and just take a few minutes to just jot down what it is that you understand by the term procurement. So I'm going to go silent for a few seconds, and would you hit pause and just jot down for yourself what it is that you understand by the term procurement. So do that now. Hit pause now. Okay, so what is it that you've written down by procurement? So we define procurement as everything that is necessary to get the product from the supplier to its final destination. Now, many people see procurement as just being the act of purchasing the stuff, the actual buying, but in actual fact there's quite a lot more to procurement than that. So a few examples of the sort of thing which procurement covers. Of course, it is the actual purchasing, buying the stuff, finding it, but it also could cover things like stores and inventory. Are you going to use the stuff as soon as it arrives at your premises? Are you going to hang on to it for a while? If the supplier can only deliver before the item is actually needed, are you going to store it? Or what is your organization's tactics for looking after the stuff which has been delivered? Now, having said that, not every organization puts stores and inventory under the area of procurement, but certainly in some cases that is going to happen. Procurement can also mean cover aspects of traffic and transport. Now, it should be mentioned that some people see procurement and supply chain as just meaning logistics and transport. In fact, many people see supply chain as meaning logistics. Now, that would be not quite the full picture, to be honest. In fact, logistics is only a small part of supply chain, and certainly a small part of supply chain management. So the purchasing department has a duty, if you like, to make sure that how the stuff actually gets to the premises where you're going to be using it. It's no use doing a fantastic deal on a product only to find out later that the stuff is not delivered, and then you have to pay extra to get it to your premises. So as part of the procurement process, somebody has to think about how you're actually going to get the stuff to your place. Then there's matters of incoming inspection. Who's going to check that the right stuff's been delivered? Who's going to check that the quality is up to scratch? And that covers areas of QC and QA, that is quality control and quality assurance. So again, what are the mechanisms that are going to be in place to make sure that the products delivered are not only the right products, but are to an acceptable level of quality and consistently so? Now, as I've put in the comment there, these functions almost certainly overlap with lots of other departments in your organization, and in fact they are often separated from procurement. But nonetheless, all of these things need to be considered, and certainly when we speak about procurement in the context of these modules, we will take it to mean that it covers all of these concepts.